Good fucking morning, people. It is currently, if you can see, now my fucking camera is gonna get all weird. 2:48 in the morning. Oh shit, fucking rabbit just ran across the road or something. It is 2:48 in the morning right now. I am back on the drive to work as usual. I just left the gym, trained a little bit of legs this morning. I've been up all night working on just getting some work done on the computer, and then I didn't have a whole lot of time during the day to meal prep, so I spent a few hours meal prepping and then didn't end up getting to get to bed on time. So by the time I finally finished meal prepping, it was fucking about time for me to wake up. So I stayed awake, and now I'm on the drive to work. But I wanted to bring this up because a lot of time people, they don't want to do the things that they need to do in order to move their life forward in the direction that it needs to go. And what I mean by that is, last night I could have not meal prepped and not spent a bunch of time getting or not spent a bunch of time getting work done on Sunday and meal prepped earlier during the day, and then I would have been able to sleep, or I could have got the work done and not meal prepped, and then ended up just getting Chipotle or some shit today and then meal prepping tomorrow, or something along those lines. That way I could still get sleep. But then that kind of throws off the whole routine and throws off the whole mojo. And it's important that you have some sort of consistent routine or something that you follow on a day-to-day basis, some sort of system that you can follow that keeps you on track and keeps you going into, moving into the goal that you're trying to achieve, or the goal that you're trying to move into. I could have easily, like I said, gone to bed or something like that and gone to eat out somewhere else. But I decided that I was just going to get my work done. I was going to go and meal prep and then go to the gym and go straight to work. And I didn't get to sleep, and that might not be the most optimal thing, but I'm going to be able to sleep tonight, and I can just go straight, since I train in the morning, I can get off work a little early, sacrifice maybe my pay and my hours or whatever. And there's a fucking guy walking right there. I can sacrifice my pay, my hours, go home a little bit early, get some rest, and move on with my life, move on to the next day. I'm going to be definitely tired throughout the day today. I'm not going to be as cognitively there. I mean, I'm probably going to be repeating myself with what I'm saying, kind of fucking talking all over the place. But I really wanted to make this video right now while I'm still, fresh in the emotions or in this feeling. I didn't fucking sleep, so I don't have the right words for this right now. But no matter, it doesn't matter how you. My point is, it doesn't really matter how you feel day to day. What matters is that if you can move this needle forward, and if you can continue to push to your goals harder and harder each and every day. And people get caught up on trying to optimize every little thing of their day, and a lot of times they get caught up on I don't want to take a step forward because what if I take the wrong step? And this is something that I've struggled with a lot in the past too. It's like you feel like no matter you feel like you really are ready to make this life pivotal change, But if you feel like if you take the wrong step, then that's just kind of going to fuck it all up, and then you're going to ruin your chances of it. And, an example of that would be, you say not meal prepping like I did last night, and you just going to bed instead and then eating something, eating whatever the next day so that you could get your sleep, because if you didn't get the most optimal sleep, then that was going to be the wrong step and that was going to fuck you up. So you halted your progress and you just didn't do that. But the problem is that if you keep on getting in, it is important that you get your sleep, but if you keep on getting in this constant loop of, trying to optimize everything and trying to make the perfect move everywhere you go, then you end up just getting stuck in analysis paralysis and not really going anywhere. And you end up just kind of walking in circles and stressing about, oh, should I do this first? Should I do that first? Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I talk about this? Should I talk about that? Instead of just actually moving forward and taking a step forward. If you can't see, and if there's some sort of I don't know if it's from a book or whatever, but it's about a guy walking through a forest or whatever, or some kid with a horse or some shit. I don't know how it goes, but basically the point is the dude walking through the forest is scared to walk through because he can't see, what's in front of him or whatever, and he's like, oh, I can't see where I'm going, so I can't take any steps forward. And the horse or whoever's with him is like, oh, well, can you see your feet in front of you? And he's like, yeah. It's like, well, then just take whatever step, take the one step in front of you that you can see and do that. And if it's the wrong one, then okay, it's the wrong one. You can take another step in another direction. But that, taking a step in the wrong direction still beats standing still and doing nothing. Because if you take enough steps in the wrong direction, well, at least eventually you're going to get to the point where you're going to get to the end of the road of the wrong direction, and you're going to be like, well, fuck, this kind of sucks. I just walked all this way, now I got to walk all the way back. But at least not to go down that road, and at least you have an idea of, for in the future, what the wrong road might look like. Because you could see one step in front of you as you were walking down that wrong road, so you slowly built up, you could slowly see things around you as you were walking further and further onto it, and now you have the idea of what the wrong road looks like. So, now you're walking through or whatever, you're walking around and you see a new blank road, and sometimes you might start to fear it, like, oh, I don't want to walk through this wrong road again. But then you realize, well, what the wrong path looks like. And if you don't know what this path looks like that's ahead of you, there's a good chance that that's actually the right path, because you've never seen the right path. So, if you recognize the path you're walking down and you've only ever been down the wrong path in your life, then there's a good chance you're going the wrong direction. So I think that's something that's really important to keep into mind when you're starting your new business ventures, your new fitness ventures, your new whatever it is, your new self-improvement. And you're gonna have a lot of time periods where you're afraid to take the next step forward because you're going into the unknown. You're going into something you really don't know, and you fear the unknown. You fear what is in that dark tunnel. But since you've most likely have been down so many wrong roads, and that's where that fear came from, the fact that you don't know what's in front of you is a very good chance that is actually the right path to go down. And if it's not, it sucks, but at least you now know that was the wrong one, and then you go down the next path. But if you continue standing still and standing just where you're at, you're not going to go anywhere, and you're just going to kind of be running in place and not progressing. So you just have to do the things every single day that even if you don't want to do them, even when they get mundane, even if you feel like, oh, it might be better just to hold off and relax right here because I don't want to take the wrong step. It's good to analyze, but you have to just eventually learn that you just need to start moving forward. And you just need to finally say, you know what? I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna fucking full send it, and if it doesn't work, dude, then it doesn't work out. But if it works out, great, man. Now you got exactly where you wanted to be because you trusted yourself and you trusted that, you know what, no matter, even if I don't know where I'm going, I'm just gonna walk down this road and see where it leads me and see what happens. And that can feel like you're committing psychological suicide in a way, because you're really, kind of giving up everything to go down a path that you're hoping is the right one, and you really don't know. But think to yourself, what are the other options? Like, what are the other options? You're unhappy with where you are right now. So you're just kind of, sitting in the same place. And you've been down some wrong roads. So you don't want to go down that one. And there's one that you have an idea that, oh, this actually might be the right road. But for some reason, you just don't want to go down it because you're afraid that there could also be something that hurts you on it. Well, what do you have to lose? You're already in a place that you don't enjoy being in. You've most likely got a closing door that's pushing on you from behind that pretty soon is gonna push you into the door no matter what. So why not just take the step forward right now before it's too late? Do you want to just sit around and wait your whole life to hope something happens and hope that a magic opportunity falls in your lap, And maybe that fucking happens for 1 in a billion people, but dude, that's not you. Nothing's gonna fucking just come by and fall in your lap and magically be like, oh, yep, here's your magic $1 million. You gotta fucking wake your ass up and say, you know what, I'm fucking done with this shit. I'm done standing still. I'm just gonna finally take the first step in front of me, and I'm gonna move forward. And after I take this step, I'm gonna take the next one and take the next one. And you're gonna still feel like through each of these steps, you're like, I really don't know where the fuck I'm going. I feel like I think I might be moving forward, but I can't really tell because I don't know where I'm going and I can't see where I'm going. But I promise you, if you just keep on pushing to it and keep on pushing forward, give yourself 6 months to a year, man. Just 6 months to a year and push through it. And by the end of it, you're going to see something that you never thought that you would ever be able to achieve. You can, if you just sit right now, and finally say, you know what, I'm just going to drop my ego and drop my insecurities and just fully send it and go in on it for 6 months to a year, where you're going to be by the end of 2025 is insane. You're going to make so much progress that it's by the time you're done making that progress, you're not going to want to stop. It's going to be like this positive feedback loop that just, as you work harder, you get more reinforcement, and then that makes you work harder, which makes you want to work harder, and it just is a snowball effect of a positive action. And there's always going to be tough times that come and go, but you can't have the good times without the bad. So you got to learn to kind of enjoy them and enjoy all the, you know, all the little things about life. But it's just, I don't know, man, it's something to think about. I just see so many people that just sit there and do nothing with their life and just expect for something to happen, you know? Expect that some magic gift is gonna fall in their lap and someone's just gonna hand them a magic wand and they can just wave all their problems and feel amazing. Like, it doesn't work like that, dude. No one's coming to save you. No one's gonna fix your problems. You know, you're the only one who can wake your ass up and fucking figure this shit out. And you're the only one who can take your ass to the gym. You're the only one who can start your business. You're the only one who can go get that car you want, go get that girl you want, whatever it is. You're the only one who can do it. Nobody can do it for you. So, just like how last night I fucking spent all night meal prepping and getting work done, and now I'm driving to my day job, tired as shit, fucking barely even cognitively here. Is that optimal? No. Is it enjoyable? No. But I know that it's a step forward in a direction. And I believe it's the right direction, but even if I didn't, it's still a step forward in a direction. If I was just to go to sleep and do nothing, that's not a step forward. That's doing the same thing, man. It's doing the same thing, and I've been stuck in this loop in my life, and I've dealt with it, and I get it. But you just gotta get up, and you know, it's like if you know who Luke Belmar is, I listen to Luke Belmar a lot, and one thing he says that kind of stuck to me. He's like, you're not gonna conquer the bed. You know, get your fucking ass out of bed and start doing shit. You're not gonna conquer the bed fucking laying there and sleeping all day. Sleep is great, sleep is important, it's what's gonna keep you alive, but you have to sacrifice some of it right now. That way you can push yourself to have a better life. That way you can focus on recovery and all that shit once you figure your stuff out. Because if you don't, well, now you're going to get older, stuck in the same fucking deadbeat job, doing what you don't want to. Now, all the sleep that you got right now doesn't even matter when you're older because you're so unhealthy. You've been living in such a shitty job. Now you have to work all these extra hours, and now you can't get sleep then because it's not, you know, because you're fucking dead broke as shit. So it's like, dude, you're young. Your body's a lot more resilient than it's gonna be. Let's do it now. Let's just, you know, pull the trigger on it and say, you know what, today, not tomorrow. Today's, you know, not next year. Today's the day that I'm gonna finally let everything down and set my ego down, set my anxiety and my insecurities down, and say, you know what, people might make fun of me, it might make me uncomfortable, it might make me miserable, but I have a place I want to go with my life, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get there. So you just gotta step up to the plate and do it. You gotta fucking get your ass out of bed. Stop conquering the damn bed. You're not gonna fucking conquer the bed. And you just gotta tell yourself, man, every day that you're gonna win. And if you keep on taking one step forward, eventually you're gonna fucking see something, and then you're gonna realize that you can fucking run through the dark. That's about all I've got, and I hope that you guys can kind of decipher what I'm saying here, but you know, you really just gotta start doing something with your life, man. You gotta wake up, dude. Have a good one. Keep pushing.